I'm so sleepy. 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 But I want to speak with you. My bag is falling down. I'm on the rocks. I'm not a shot of something, but I am on the rocks. Maybe I am a shot of something that has gained consciousness through a witch. I don't know, but the light, our light, has gone. So I don't know what will happen now. Yeah, that will work. Maria. There was this one time that I was so tired. I was so tired. I was in the kitchen and I was so tired. And my brain was like, I want my husband. I want my husband. And then I remember I don't have a husband. I remember thinking I was so tired. I just want to fall asleep on the shoulder of my husband, which is still in the future. Yeah, I wonder what he's doing there. Why is he not here? Where is he? Yeah. Our light is back. Wait. There. We can see each other again. Yeah. Eesh, I saw something disgusting in here. One of our new flatmates has arrived. And it was a very different vibe than the previous flatmates that I have encountered before. So it's very interesting. And she started asking questions like how you do when you're new in a place. And I also asked her some questions to try to, make her feel that she's welcome. Yeah. And one of the questions that she asked was, is it nice living in Helsinki? And I responded to her exactly the way I responded to myself, saying that question again. Now, I'm kind of, because I'm doing something in the sink, and I'm just like, not like, but something along the lines of, and silence a bit of it, because first of all, I am kind of in my home. I'm not outside, so the guards are down. I feel like if I cannot be honest in my own home, what am I really doing in my life? Second of all, no one has really asked me that before. So I don't have this sort of briefing that I should answer this. No one has ever asked me that before, and I don't know. I usually answer a lot of questions with a pause, because you know how it works in my head, right? Yeah. So when my mouth opened again, the sentence that came out was, well, I am probably not the I'm probably not the right person to ask this question to. And she asked, well, why is that? Well, I'm a non-EU citizen. So, yeah, I ended the sentence there. I'm a non-EU citizen, but if I were to complete it now, I'm a non-EU citizen. And that, whether I admit it or not, it greatly affects my experience here. The flavors, the palette, the ocean, in the winds in the ocean, the waves of the ocean, it greatly affects those. Just the fact that I'm not from EU. So I'm not the right person to ask this question to, because she is from the Netherlands. So her opportunities are broader than what I have. And I third of all, we are counting the first of all, second of all, third of all. Third of all, I don't really want to throw colors for her on her own canvas. I want her to form her own impression of things. First, I want her to, and then maybe, but still, since she is someone who asks a lot of questions and I am someone who is open to answering them, I accepted the opportunity to show honesty. Let's just say it that way. But there's nothing really extreme that I said. Is Helsinki? I was really thinking about her question, Is Helsinki a nice place to live in? Well, another thing that now I recall what I answered to her after that. Well, I'm not, I'm a non-EU citizen. Here is the answer. I wouldn't say that it's nice. I wouldn't say that it's bad. But I would say that I learned a lot living here. I learned a lot about things, about life, about people, about where I stand in this social ecosystem and what I can do about it. I learned things. And also, another thing that made it hard for me to answer the question is that nice, the word nice, it feels so flat and one-dimensional. for such a complex experience of living in a city, it feels very hard to answer for me, at least. Is living in a place nice? Is living... I think I have gotten to the point where, because of the circumstances, yes, it doesn't really matter anymore where I live, because I have to create an earth form that will help me enjoy life even when I find myself in Satan's armpit. Yeah. So sure. And yeah, the conversation sort of deepened. And she asked me a lot of... We got into on her side as well. We spoke about some stuff about, the political climate. Because apparently, she's studying politics, media, and communication. And she has also studied journalism. And now you know why she asks questions like that. And this is something that is interesting to me when people are asking questions, because I like answering questions, and I also feel like it's okay for me to ask questions to the person because they are doing it to me. So yeah, the conversation sort of went on different directions, but still in the same area of the current social situations, social issues, or political even, and what's happening, how the politics kind of affects the daily life, even in the Netherlands. She said you can feel it affecting the everyday people, how they interact with each other, she said. So yeah, is it nice living in Helsinki? Is it nice? Yeah, I told her also that she has better chances of getting the answer that she wants when she goes to the university and asks the people there. Because she's also still studying, that's why she's here. Another thing that I would like to share, that I am really sort of proud of myself of in this interaction, is that she asked the usual questions when you meet someone. She asked me what I do for work and where I am from, and I answered her, what do you do for work, with such, it's not really something that I enjoy discussing. I'm so proud of myself at that moment. Like, there's no bitterness, there's just sure, maybe it doesn't sound nice, but there's no bitterness, there's no resistance. It's just something that I don't enjoy speaking about, and if we have something else to speak about, then it would be nice to go there. Second, the she asked me where I'm from. And also, I noticed it doesn't hurt me anymore, this like question. Because I eventually got the opportunity to reveal that I don't really like it when people ask me where I'm from. And then eventually in that conversation, she apologized and I said, well, you didn't know, so don't worry about it. And during this conversation, I realized, well, that is a bit of an outdated information about myself, that I don't really like when people are asking where I'm from. But then I repeated it to her because I'm used to it, that I'm used to it being the truth and being how I feel. But then now it's not true anymore. I don't mind if people ask me where I'm from. I don't care anymore, sort of. Yeah, I don't care anymore. Because before, when people ask me where I'm from, I feel the chains and it hurts. It's like I feel the chains on my ankles, on my neck, and it's just, it's like you're enjoying your life, you're doing what you can with your circumstances, and suddenly someone asks you where are you from, and then suddenly you get reminded, oh, the chains, they still exist. Someone rattled them, and it kind of maybe dislocated my neck. But now I'm like, it didn't get to my emotional body. The question just passed by in front of me like a ghost that used to feel like a curse. But now, like, I don't mind. I'm from the Philippines. I was born there. Now I'm here. And yeah, she said that she has this very, interesting way also of looking at things. She said, when I said that I don't really like it when people ask me where I'm from, and she said, well, why aren't you something. Then something now that I recall the best was, I don't really, that you're from the Philippines. What I'm very interested in is the fact that you're from there and now you're here, and then you moved out and you lived in different places. That's what interests me, because that is so far away, and you moved yourself from there to here, something like that. I cannot recall it perfectly now, but it's better articulated. She really explained herself well, better than I'm doing now. Yeah, I just want to speak about that. And I guess if you want to know if it's nice living here in Helsinki, maybe you can just try. Because I don't really have, I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what kind of passport you hold. I don't know specific things about you to give an answer that will fit the idea of your idea of nice.